Evening, everyone. First of all, tell me if I'm audible or not. Thank you. We'll start in a minute. Let others join. Tell me, Gib. Yesterday, I'm better, Rajib. Yesterday, we did Muslim reform movements, Parsi, Sikh, and of course, education half. Which webinar was that, Faza? Gib, I'm going very slow. Yesterday was the 10th class, and we are not yet done with the 10th lesson. So, we are behind the schedule only. Thank you, Ghulam Mustafa. Yesterday was Wednesday. I don't think yesterday there was any webinar. Today there will be a webinar. Webinars are on Tuesday and Thursday. Faza, please look into the schedule. Thank you, Ghulam Mustafa. You like the CNA. Good. We'll start in a minute. Let others join. Yes, today is Thursday. That's why. No worries. Ankur will see that thing. Hayat, then watch the webinars later. But do watch them. Yeah, but then that's very slow. Very slow. Trust me. Now, everyone, see, I'll tell you one thing very frankly. I want you people to watch the daily news analysis. See, if you are not watching that, trust me, you are creating a big problem for yourself in the coming days. Whether you are giving the exam this year, whether you are giving the exam next year, please watch the newspaper analysis. How can the webinar be enough? Tell me, everyone. In newspaper, every day we give 1 hour. That is 30 hours in 1 month. How many webinars do we conduct? 8. That is what? 16 hours. So you all tell me, is 30 equivalent to 16? We of course try to cover more important topics in webinar, but can we cover everything in webinar? Tell me, everyone. You people tell me. See, for us it is not a problem. We will do it. We'll keep on doing it. You listen or you don't listen. But in the long run, you people have to understand that if newspaper analysis on every day is not done, you are missing out on a very, very big thing. And for people like us, we get to know whether you are attending the webinar or newspaper analysis or not by looking at your comments. Come to this. Monthly magazine will come after 1 month, 10 days. So after 40 days, if you are reading the newspaper, not going to happen. Krishna will be doing that. Webinars or workshops would be done on that. Everyone, let's start. Who has formed this? Great Ghulam Mustafa. Lord Ripon. Now, Lord Ripon in 1882 is forming this. He is the Governor General between these years. Now, to look into the working of Charles Wood Dispatch plus to give, I would say, remarks for secondary and primary education. It is the third phase that is going on yesterday. We started the third phase yesterday. Everyone, do you remember last topic yesterday we did? Wood Dispatch came in 1854. Now, almost 3 decades later, a commission is appointed that please see how the remarks, what are their recommendations, are they working properly or not. As you all can understand, guys, the name only clearly hints that a person named W. Hunter was the chairperson of this committee. He is the chairperson. So all of you, this is the why. Why was this committee appointed? Now, guys, if the committee is appointed, think, will they give some recommendations or not? One recommendation that they gave was that the local bodies, they should be given responsibility of, what do you call, the primary schools. Responsibility of management of primary schools should be given to the local bodies. Now, how many of you are having your first class today? For those who are having their first class, my mail ID. Daipen, Vaibhavi, I think Pritinder Singh also would be there. All of you, please write the mail that you were attending your first class today. Now, local bodies are municipality. Everyone. So they are saying that the local bodies should be responsible for this. Number 2, their other recommendation is government should control only a few schools and colleges. Others should be given to private hands. Everyone, yesterday, if you all remember, Wood's Dispatch said that we should take the care of education of the masses. Now they are saying we cannot do all of that, so give it in the private hands. Other thing, lesser government control over universities. Everyone, clearly you can see they are slightly a good body, good commission. They do not want to control the universities. They are rather saying, let the universities be free, let them take their own decisions. They also observed that the women education is being ignored, and especially outside presidency towns. Outside presidency towns. They are very clear that outside Calcutta, Bombay, Madras, education is not getting prioritized. All of you, am I clear with this? Everyone, am I clear with Hunter Commission? My fourth phase is done with this. You have to remember who appointed it, what was the reason for its appointment, and what were the recommendations, in which this is very, very important. Everyone, am I clear? Aditya, they did suggest women education should be prioritized. Hello, Aarti. All of you. Sorry. The first committee, Thomas Riley Commission. Gib, I did not understand what you are saying. Education chapter only. You can do it, Binamuni. All of you, who is this man? He is basically law member of the Governor General's Executive Council. Now, they can always ask about these. I will tell you the chronology here. Who is the Governor General at this moment? Curzon. So everyone, remember, Curzon appointed a universities commission, and this universities commission was also known as Thomas Riley Commission. Everyone, the other question that should come, when was it appointed? 1902, and based on their recommendation, Universities Act 1904 was passed. Rather, I would write Indian universities. Each one of you, just give me 1 second. Now, everyone, first question here is that under whom this committee was formed. The second committee was who has formed it. Now, some of you are asking, why was it formed? Now, everyone, please understand. At this moment, see here, please look at the year 1902. What is happening is, in the universities, a lot of nationalistic feelings were growing. Continuous nationalistic feelings were growing as far as the universities were concerned. Now, all of you, will the government like this, that in India nationalism is growing? Everyone, will the government like this, that in the university the students, they are becoming more and more nationalist? So guys, Curzon is a reactionary plus racist governor general. So all of you, now look at this university commission, their recommendation is universities' powers should be curtailed. Everyone, can you see this? All of you notice one thing. Rippan is a good man. So during his time, the recommendation is lesser control over university. 2 decades later, there is a bad man, Gulshan Grover, Curzon. So his recommendation is universities' power should be curtailed. Now, all of you, as Rajdev is asking, sir, how is the power going to be curtailed? Everyone tell me. Yes, Aditya. All of you, tell me one thing. Under this, they said appointment of lecturers, professors, government approval is mandatory. Each one of you, tell me one thing. Don't you think government is taking control over university? Now, whether Rohit Kumar will teach or not will be decided by the Governor General. Number 2, government could veto regulations passed by the Senate. Now, all of you, Senate is a group of the teachers, professors, lecturers. So their number also was fixed between 50 to 100 by the government. Third, everyone, how many of you are in college? Everyone, how many of you are in college? All of you, do you know in your college some bodies like NAC comes, UGC sends NAC? You all must be knowing, your college writes NAC certified ratings, they give A, B plus, B minus, NAC accreditation. What is NAC basically? Government, they send, for example, guys, let's say this is a college where I'm sitting. They will come to this room and check, oh yes, 2 lights are there, mic is there, 2 ACs are there, okay, infrastructure is good, okay, teachers' credentials are good, good rating. But then they came and they found out no chair is not there, the teachers are not there, rating would be poor. Now, everyone, today, why do we do it? We do it to maintain the standards of the university. In those days, they started doing this periodic inspection of the universities. Now, guys, if they like, they may take the affiliations also. All of you, can you see clearly? Everyone, can you notice this? That government is trying to have a total control at this moment. Is this clear or not? No, of course, we will study this later, but in those days, the nationalists had criticized it. Our leaders had criticized this commission's report. Later, around 1910, a Department of Education was also established at center. Reactionary FASA means which is very prone to reactions of any sort. And for example, nationalism is growing. He has reacted to it, appointed a commission, taken back the autonomy of the universities. All of you, is this clear? Veto is a very simple word, Vinod. I did something and yet the management veto it. They do not allow that. A Department of Education, G. Sony, is established at the center. Acha, now everyone, let me show you one thing. First of all, I forgot one thing. This is your 1. This is your 2. And now 3rd. Everyone, one question that comes in this chapter is chronology question. What is chronology? All of you, yesterday you saw 1813, 1 lakh rupees. Later, Macaulay Committee, Wood's Dispatch. Today we started Hunter Commission. Just now we did Rayleigh Commission. Guys, till this much we have done, and now we will get into Sadler, Hartog, Sargent. Everyone, will you remember this or not? Each one of you, will you remember this or not? Each one of you. 1997 prelims question came on this. Tomorrow is Friday. We will discuss all the questions related to your prelims. So you will see such questions have come in the past. 3rd, let us move to 4th. All of you. Appointed in 1917. Now everyone tell me, when was the Calcutta University established? Ankur, I did not get your point. When was the Calcutta University established? Wrong, Gib. Wrong, Narmata. Nobody has given correct answer till now. Jyotimani is the first who gave the correct answer. Everyone, Lord Chelmsford has set up this committee. The purpose is to review the working of Calcutta University. Really, Ankur. All of you, Calcutta University, to review it, two Indians, Ashutosh Mukherjee, who had the title of Sir, and Dr. Ziauddin Ahmed. These two people were appointed. Each one of you, till now, is it clear or not? Good, thank you. Now, everyone, the recommendations are not that important. Please understand, recommendations are not that important. But still, if anyone asks you, what did they recommend? Their first recommendation was that the school education should be of 12 years. Now, all of you, why were they recommending this? Because they felt that the student, their base was not becoming stronger. So they formed a board of secondary education to manage the secondary education and said degree course will be of 3 years. These two are Indian members. Now, everyone, the whole purpose of this was to prepare the students for the university stage. To prepare the students for the university stage, this was being done. Because all of you remember, what used to happen was that the universities would get a lot of students who were below standard. So the purpose here was that those students who are not up to the mark, they should either not come to the university itself. You know, I was watching a video. I think Shashi Tharoor was speaking. In those days, you know, guys, there used to be a degree like this, BA, and in bracket F. Which degree was this? Do you know? Everyone, any idea which degree it was? F for fail. All of you, even failing by coming to BA was considered to be an achievement. Arey bhai, I did not fail in class 4 or 8. I failed in BA. You know, if somebody would come to this level and would do this, they would be moved all over the, I would say, your towns. So BA fail. Now don't talk about 12th fail. I'm telling you BA fail. So even this F in itself had a big respect in those days. Oh my God, this person had reached BA and had failed over there. Yeah, like interview failed. Absolutely. I'm one example of that. I went till the interview, could not clear the interview. So now guys, around this stage, 7 more universities were started, or rather I would say opened. Which are these universities? Banaras, Mysore, Hyderabad, which is known as your Osmania, Lucknow, Aligarh, Patna, and Dhaka. 7 more universities were started around this point. All of you, yesterday we studied how many university? 5. So if I have to show it on the map, yesterday we had studied Calcutta, Madras, Bombay, Allahabad, and Punjab. Now guys, you all can see entire South India had only one university. So Mysore and Hyderabad were started. These two are in the two princely states of Mysore and Hyderabad. All of you, we have yesterday, if you all remember, studied about Aligarh and Banaras. So yesterday we saw Banaras and Aligarh. Similarly, one in Dhaka, one in Patna, and one other in Lucknow. Everyone, is this clear? Also, 2 colleges were established, Kashi Vidyapeeth and Jamia Millia Islamia. So 2 more colleges were also established around this particular time period. Please remember everyone, not all these universities are a recommendation of Sadler Commission. I'm only saying in the fourth phase was what? 1901 to 21. This many universities and colleges were opened across India. Each one of you, any doubt in this slide? Everyone, any doubt in this slide? Okay, everyone. I had brought a book, but I'll bring in the break. I had brought the book. I marked Mysore also. Tanveer, when I'm showing you, you do not remain in the class or what? I showed in South India. I was showing it. Guys, if you remember the names, it's better. Everyone, 4th page is done. 4th phase is done. 5th phase, the last phase. Everyone, this is your last phase that is going till 1947. Now, please understand here. One point I'm telling you, which you will study later, but everyone, most probably, you would have some idea about that. How many of you know GOI Act 1919? Everyone, have you heard about this act? Also known as Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. Heard about this? Hannah? Through this law, education came under Indian control. Education as a subject came and became a provincial subject. So everyone, in this phase, lots of improvement was seen as far as the higher education is concerned. Lots of work could be seen here as far as the higher education is concerned. Gia, write a mail to me. Those who are new, please write a mail. I will guide you over there. Those who are attending their first class, please write a mail. I have told you people, some improvement in women's education plus education of backward classes. Am I clear, everyone? Now, all of you, in this phase, two commissions come. Hartog 1929. No need to remember its recommendations, only remember 3 points. Guys, based on the recommendations of the Simon Commission, Hartog was appointed. Everyone must have heard Simon Commission. All of you, you must have heard about Simon Commission. Now, yes, this commission was appointed to look into the deterioration of the education standards. Now, everyone tell me, if tomorrow you people are asked that in your opinion, what all changes will you do in UPSC? Will you write one line or will you write the whole granth? That all this is Brad, let me do this, let me do that. What will you do? One line or whole everything? Because you got a golden opportunity. So guys, similarly, this commission also, they gave a lot of things. They talked about a lot of things, which I have clearly said, recommendations you do not need to study. There is no need to study this recommendations. What you should remember is these recommendations, the recommendations could not be implemented. Everyone, why couldn't these recommendations be implemented? Because in the world very soon came Great Depression, and because of the Great Depression, There was no money, and that's why their recommendations could not be implemented. Last, then the sixth one is, sixth page is Sargent Plan of Education. Chronology, Chaitanya. Everyone, appointed in 1944. Basically, it is National Scheme for Education. Now, what is happening here is they were appointed and they said that our objective is to create in India in 40 years same educational standards as in where? Britain. That is, give us 40 years, the same educational standards would be in here also as they are in Britain right now. One very important recommendation, 6 to 11 age, they said universal and compulsory education. All of you, any doubt here? Rest, you do not have to worry about this. Absolutely don't worry about any of the points. So all of you, is this clear now? Those who were there in yesterday's class and today's class from the beginning, can you all see here? Yesterday we saw first phase, some exceptions like Asiatic Society of Bengal, Calcutta Madarsa, Sanskrit College. Then we saw second phase from 1813 where 1 lakh rupees was annually given. Then we saw the third phase where Macaulay Committee had come. Yesterday we studied about Anglicist Orientalist debate. Later we studied about Wood's dispatch. Then we went ahead and did Hunter Commission. Then we went into saw Rayleigh Commission. Today, Sadler Commission, Hartog Commission, Sargent Plan of Education. Chaitanya, I'm being very slow. In 45 minutes, I have done hardly how much? You can see 5 small commissions. I'll come to that, G. Soni. All of you, remember one thing. Chronology. I will show you the question tomorrow. And one part I will teach you later, which is here. Between Hartog and Sargent, there is something called Wardha Scheme of Education. Everyone, we shall study it later because this is a scheme related to Gandhiji, on whom this year's mains question also had come. Am I clear, everyone? Just 5 more minutes and education chapter will be done. Binamuni, you can do it, show it to me. See, all of you, trust me one thing. It is UPSC. Not everything can be spoon-fed. Do some things on your own. Show it to me. I'll reprove. I'll tell you correct or incorrect. 6 pages done. Here only, I will add a last part and complete this chapter. Everyone, we did almost a 2-hour study on this topic. Tell me, in your opinion, why did the British do anything in India regarding education? Why did they do anything? Yesterday we saw that whatever the British efforts, they were for their own benefit. There was absolutely no other thing. Remember, they were not worried that how Manpreet will study, how Diksha will study, and all that. Whatever they did, in that there was their own concern. They needed clerks, and it was cheaper to get Indians as clerks. That is why they did it. Apart from that, guys, it is true some Western education reached the Indians, but even here, 6% was literacy in 1911, and 1921, the literacy was only 8%. Hardly there is any literacy as far as India is concerned. On top of that, scientific, technical education was also ignored. They totally ignored the scientific, technical education. Yesterday only I said women education was ignored. Everyone, see, these assessments are very, very important, because ultimately in the exam, it is these points which you will have to write. You will have to write these assessments, which are very, very important. See, all of you, anyone in this class from IIT Roorkee? No one. See, please understand, Prithvi, you are okay. Engineering, law, one or two colleges they began for these also. For example, in engineering, they started the Thompson College, which is now known as IIT Roorkee. But guys, why did they start this college? Because here also they needed civil engineers for their PWD department. All of you, PWD, Public Works Department, to make bridge, to make roads. For this, they needed people. And that's why they appointed or they formed certain colleges like these. We are done with the education chapter. Everyone has a minute. If you have any query, please ask me. Okay, anyone, tell me one thing. Yesterday, I made a notes on one page that is not available with me right now. Do you remember? I told you every topic that we have studied till now. Education was what number topic in that page? Can anyone help me with this information? Can anyone help me? What was the number of education? Bhanu says 27. Sid also says 27. Thank you, everyone. Now, everyone, this is a very important point, because now I'm going for my 28th topic of modern history. I'll just give me a second. No, press we will do later. Leave the press right now. So everyone, I'm writing number also now. 28th topic is civil service. Vaibhavi, yesterday I told how many questions have come, and on Friday, those who have attended the class, they know every Friday we discuss all the PYQs. So everyone in this class who is present right now, let me tell you, tomorrow I will discuss the questions related to economic history, to socio-religious reform movement, of course, education, civil service, and the next topic which we would have completed, the constitution chapter. Each one of you, if I say tomorrow I'm going to teach for 1.5 hours and almost 1.5 hours, I'm going to take your PYQs, because I'm sure there will be 20 questions here, 20 over here, I think 5 or 6 here, 2, 3 here, 2 over here. So almost 50 questions in this topic. Everyone clear? See, I'm every day telling you the agenda of the next class so that you people have the idea what we are studying. And everyone, please be very, very clear. I want you people to understand, now all of you, that by this 28th topic, which we are now beginning, you should have a mastery over the topics which we have studied. I broke na Ghulam Mustafa. Ankur, half class I am saying. Each one of you, my request to you people at this point will be very simple. Anyone who is for 2 minutes, everyone, I'm giving you some strategy. This is our 11th class. So for those who have attended every class, Saturday, Sunday, do complete revision of, by tomorrow we would have done 12 classes. Try to revise them as much as possible, specifically those areas which you think you have not done properly. For those people who have joined a bit late, for example, many of you have joined today, you should try to at least watch per day 2 sessions. For the next few days, try to watch few sessions every day, and by the next week we should be ready, or we should be at the same place. Whatever you have missed out, not important. Demi, keep on studying according to the syllabus that would be covered. Lakshmi, you will be able to. Great, Manpreet. All of you, any doubt till here? Give me 1 minute break. Any doubt? 14 days, Minu. Now, guys, which was the last page of notes today? 6th. Everyone, this is a rough page. So I'm leaving nothing I have taught here. I'm taking a new page. Yes, Binamuni. 7th page. All of you, what is the topic we are starting? What you all are preparing for. Everyone, mainly important for prelims. Topic number 28. Mainly important for prelims. I would say 1.25 question has come on this. I will show you why I am saying 1.25, but only this many questions have come on this topic. Now, all of you, for 10 minutes, just keep on focusing on the board. It is a very easy chapter. Now, you all know, guys, there is a person named Cornwallis. 1786 till 1793, he is the Governor General of our country. Basically, Governor General of Bengal, you would say in those days, but let's keep this in mind. Now, Cornwallis is organizing civil service in India. It is Cornwallis who is organizing civil services in our country. And guys, here, to check corruption, he does 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the 4 things he is doing to check corruptions? Number 1, he is raising the salary. He is increasing the salary of the people. Number 2, enforcing promotions through seniority. He is making it very, very clear that promotions will only happen if you are senior. Third, debarring civil servants from accepting presents, bribes, etc. And number 4, there was one more thing. Just give me a second. Raising salary, enforcing promotions, debarring civil servants. 4th, strict enforcement of rules against private trade. Now, all of you, any doubt in this 4 points? Cornwallis is thinking, if I will give bigger salary, people will not do corruption. They would be more than happy. Number 2, Cornwallis is thinking that if people are promoted only on the basis of seniority, again, they would not do corruption. In those days, you could not give seniority through any other method also. Third, guys, do not take any present, do not take bribes. For example, some of you who are unmarried, tomorrow you become a civil servant and a contractor comes and gives you a very expensive gift. And you think, oh my God, this man respects me so much. Oh, he is giving me such a beautiful gift. Basically, that is not the respect for you. That is not the love for you. It is the respect. It is the love for the position that you occupy. You are a civil servant. You are in a very critical position. So they may give you something. So even today, the government has certain rules with regards to your, what do you call, civil servants, and what gifts, what amount of gifts can they take or can they not take. Am I clear, everyone? 4th, you are a civil servant, you are not allowed to do private trade. There were strict rules with regards to them also. Shargun, this was in last year in the module number 6. This year, this is in a new module. Study it, very small module. All of you, this much is clear? Everyone, clear till here? Okay. Now, guys, is he going to give these positions to us? Everyone, is he going to give these positions to us? No. In fact, let me show you. His line was, every native of Hindustan is corrupt. So he was very, very clear that senior positions won't be given to Indians. All of you, he is thinking that Indians are corrupt fellows. Right from the beginning, before even coming to India, he had this notion about us that we are corrupt. Every native of Hindustan is corrupt, and that is why all the senior positions would never be given to the Indians. Now, all of you, yesterday, no, not yesterday, but in economic history chapter, we have studied Charter Act 1793. They reserved all positions above 500 pounds per annum for the, I'll write this term in a different word, for the covenanted servants of the company. Everyone, please notice the word covenanted servants. So civil servants are divided into two types. One, senior positions, covenanted, and the junior ones, uncovenanted. So any job which is above 500 pounds per annum, that was called covenanted. And everyone, Indians won't get it. They would not give these positions to Indians. Now, everyone think about this. All of you, there are 3 reasons why Indians would not be given these positions. Please understand. First of all, tell me, everyone, in your opinion, this salary, 500 pounds per annum, is this a good salary? Everyone, it is a princely sum. It was a great salary. In those days, it was a very, very big amount. So all of you, you can understand, if such a big salary is being given, tell me, everyone, don't you think, number one, for these positions, there would be high competition amongst the Europeans? Each one of you, tell me, don't you think Europeans themselves would be saying, please give me an opportunity. Allow us to go to India. Don't give these positions to Indians. Number two, all of you, don't you think British think that Indians are incapable untrustworthy, insensitive to the British interest. All of you think about this. In the eyes of British, all of you, are we not incapable? Don't you think they believe they cannot trust us? And don't you think they believe we are insensitive also? Everyone, last but not the least. Okay, good. Last but not the least, they believe that only English could establish administrative services that would serve the British interests. So these are the reasons they did not give Indians any opportunity in those days. Everyone, am I clear till this point? My 28th topic. Yeah, Manpreet, we studied that in economic history chapter. Everyone, am I clear with this? Guys, Rishan, basically they believe that only the in English would be serving the British interest. They only can establish a civil services which will help the British in the long run. Now, all of you, those who were there in yesterday's class, education chapter, any point of education that is common for civil services? All of you, any point of civil services and education that is common? Please tell me. Absolutely, Rakesh is correct. All of you, yesterday we studied Fort William College. Do you remember, everyone? Established by Richard Wellesley. All of you, we studied. This was for training of civil servants. But then later shifted to Haileybury, London. Everyone, you remember it? Yesterday we studied it, and all of you, this was a question I told you of 2020 PYQ. So everyone, if you add this question to civil service chapter, rather than 1.25 question, it becomes 2.25 question. Am I clear? Now let me come to another part. Everyone, tell me one thing. Let's say in those days, Rohit Kumar is a civil servant in British Civil Services. What is the procedure to appoint him? How is Rohit Kumar appointed? How were the civil servants appointed? Exam, okay. exam. Okay. Everybody is saying exam, training, governor general. All of you, you are wrong. Listen to me very, very carefully. East India Company used to have court of directors, and these court of directors, they had a privilege. What is the privilege? That they could appoint civil servant. Am I clear, everyone? Now all of you tell me, if Rohit Kumar has to be appointed, think about this, guys. If Rohit Kumar has to be appointed, or let's say if Rohit Kumar has to appoint, whom will I appoint? My brother, my son, my relative? So guys, in this privilege, there was a lot of nepotism involved. Am I clear or not? Everyone, am I clear with this or not? Now came Charter Act of 1833. All of you, they tried to open competitions. I would rather they tried to have open competitions for civil services. Now everyone, basically the Charter Act 1833 proposed that let us conduct exam, and whoever clears this exam would be allowed to join civil services. But the problem was, it was negated, rejected by court of directors. All of you think now, all of you think, will the court of directors like this point, that this privilege that they had is being taken away from them and is being given to something where they have no role? So earlier, I might have appointed Puneet because Puneet is my nephew. Now I cannot appoint Puneet because Puneet has to clear an open competition. And only if Puneet is good, he will be conducting this. No Lakshmi, no exams. So guys, listen to me very carefully. If the question comes to you, which Charter Act introduced open competition exams, what will be your answer? All of you, those who are answering 1833, you are wrong. Please understand, guys, because I said na, they tried, but it was negated. So when was it done? It was done basically by Charter Act of 1853. They removed the right of patronage to appoint in civil service that was held by court of directors. Am I clear, everyone? Think about this. So which charter gave this exam to India? All of you, which charter gave this exam to India? 1833? No. 1853? Yes. So basically now there will be open competition which would be based on merit. It is based on merit. Whoever is the best in this class will clear the civil services exam. How is a single charter? There are two different charters, 33 and 53, Faiza. There would be rules, there would be a lot of rules. So guys, under this charter, they had appointed a committee known as Macaulay Committee of 1854, which ultimately gave India its first civil services. Am I clear, everyone? This is 7th. Anyone who wants to see anything, please see here. It can be, Lakshmi. Guys, Charter Acts were passed by the British parliaments. Today, our next topic is Constitution chapter. Everyone, we will go into that topic today only. Constitution we are going to deal today. Each one of you, any doubt till here? Binamuni, what you are asking? Governor General, I did not get. Devansh, English would establish administrative services which is beneficial for the English. They never trusted the Indians to do it. That's the thing. Binamuni, yesterday only we studied. Think about this. Everyone, who is the Governor General of India around this point? All of you. Dalhousie. Tanveer, they said this thing that open competition will be there. And under this, there was a committee appointed known as Macaulay Committee. And Macaulay Committee fine-tuned all these things. Gaurav, come on time. See here what I have written. See this. At the very beginning, I have written. Priyanshu, next chapter, we will study that only. Have patience. Constitution chapter, we will study that. All of you, any other doubt here? 7th page, any other doubt? Now, everyone, you have not studied right now, but all of you, you must be knowing now 1857 revolt. That we will start tomorrow. You all have heard about this? Okay, guys. Good. Just hold on for a minute. Basically, after this, British declared that Indian civil services was open for all. And based on this, they passed Indian Civil Services Act 1861. Now listen to me very carefully, guys. Priyanshu now wants to give this exam. So all of you, Priyanshu will have to go to England. That means, guys, exam is not conducted in India. Number 2, Priyanshu will have to give this exam in English language. All of you, clearly, Varna vernacular language is not there. Third, everyone, the syllabus is classical learning of Greek and Latin. That is, Priyanshu must be knowing Greek and Latin language. And number fourth, 23 was the maximum age. In 1859, which further reduced 1860, 1866, and 1878. All of you, that means if Priyanshu has not cleared the exam by the age 19, his attempts are over. If he did not clear the exam by 21 in 1866, his attempt is over. There was no minimum age, Dhruv. For everyone, this was the case, Faiza. But all of you, tell me, on paper, you are calling it to be Indian Civil Services. Tell me, is it possible for us to clear this exam? How many of you would know Greek and Latin? By the time you get to know about this exam, your attempts are over. Aditya, theoretically, you can say 0 also. But is it possible? All of you, everyone. That is why, please understand, S.N. Tagore became the first Indian to qualify this services in 1863. All of you, everyone, who is S.N. Tagore? Brother of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. How many of you are from Bengal? Guys, how many of you are from Bengal? Basically, Tagore or Thakur. Everyone, Britishers could not pronounce the word Thakur. That's why they gave the name Tagore. Am I clear about this or not? All of you, are you getting this point or not? Vaibhavi, your question is not clear. Vaibhavi, when was the 12-year schooling mandatory? Which year are we? Gaurav, way later, 1919. Why are you talking about him in 1860s? No, Vaibhavi, don't be sorry. I'm only trying to tell you. Do the comparison. Think about this. Now, where are we right now? In fact, guys, for some people, just for general knowledge, all of you, have you heard this Mukhopadhyay? All of you, have you heard this term Chattopadhyay, Bandopadhyay? Everyone, the British could not pronounce these terms. So they made it small and said Mukherjee, Chatterjee, Banerjee. No, it is allowed, na Gaurav. Faiza, way later. just for knowledge sake, separate point. All of you clear? Everyone, later many people cleared this exam, but then the British brought another thing, statutory civil service, brought by Lytton, under which 1/6 of the covenanted posts were to be given to Indians of high families. This was through nominations by local governments, subject to approval of Viceroy and Secretary. System failed. Everyone, please listen to me very carefully. Lytton is another bad Governor General. You can see this age reduction was also done by Lytton. Now he wants that people who belong to prince or the kings, zamindars, they should come into services. Now, invariably, they could not clear the exams. So, what Lytton was trying, he brought a statutory civil service. Under this, he asked that 1/6 of the position, so let's say if there are 96 positions, 1/6 of those would be filled by Indians of high families. High families means your prince, king, etc., etc. This would be through nomination by local governments, subject to approval by the viceroy and the secretary. Overall, the system had failed in those days, and that's why later it was abolished. But you all can see, guys, just they have given the name Indian. They do not want to have Indians here. No, please understand, guys. Priranjan, you have to understand. There were many other rules also. For example, see here. Go and give the exam in England, in English medium, classical learning of Greek and Latin. This is the age barrier. You know, I was reading somewhere that in those days it was also mandatory that you should know how to do horse riding. If you don't know horse riding, invariably you will not be able to travel. Similarly, you would have to learn a local language. So you should be knowing some local language. So these were certain other rules regarding this. Everyone, any problem in the 8th page? All of you, any problem in the 8th page? Yeah, I'll bring that page. Kindly go through it. Binamuni, I'll give you a break, but at least have the patience to sit for 2 hours. Even prelims will be, Prithvi, even if you are a Britisher, you will have to interact with Indians. So you also need to learn some local language. Everyone, don't ask for a break. Logically, not for 2 hours. Minimum, not for 2 hours. Okay. Guys, I need to go to the upper floor and bring the book for you. I forgot the book. So I'll bring the book also. It is 6:32. You have a break for 10 minutes. 6:42. Great. Good Lakshmi, good Dhruv, all of you. Now, two things, everyone. Before I go for the break, this is the break time. I'll extend 1 minute also, but listen to me very carefully. Guys, I want you people, specifically for those who are appearing in this year's exam, to do listen to the workshop that we are conducting day after tomorrow. How to prepare the last 100 days for UPSC optional. Dilip, write a mail to me. I'll get it done. Write a mail to me right now. It will be done, Gaurav. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. So you should go, for example, today's CNA on YouTube that we have done. Please go and attend if you have, on Saturday in the evening, 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Please listen to that. In the first minute of the video, I have told the timing. It will be done on the BP app. Please listen to that. It will help you for those who are preparing for 24. Even for those who are preparing for 25, if you attend it, it's always better. We are planning, Ghulam Mustafa. It will be told to you. PYQs will happen tomorrow, no, Gaurav. Why today? Today is Thursday. I told already, you have come late, Gaurav. Please understand, you have come late, I think. Now, everyone, another thing. I want you people to listen to the CNAs. I really want you people, because I'll tell you, after wasting 1 or 2 years, people get to understand how important were the CNAs, or how important are the newspaper analysis. Don't waste your time. Please do it. Yeah, I'm bringing the book. Okay. Those who are doing the CNAs, please do give your comments. And right now, go over there, listen to my today's CNA for 1 minute. The first minute, I have given the information. Do register yourself. It is the break is now till 44. I'm bringing the book, and then I'll show you the book also. Have patience. Let's come after the break. And in the meantime, on the YouTube, do it. Do your work. Everyone, no, Vaibhavi, you don't have to give the other names. Punit, we prepared the notes for you so you don't have to, you know, make the notes. See, all of you, please understand. There are many governor generals. You cannot remember everybody's name. If you people want, I'll give you a list of governor generals also, those who are important. Don't worry about that. In the last class, I will give you that also. If you people want that, I shall give it to you. Okay. Hopefully, everybody has come. Now, somebody was asking how Tagore did it. Guys, please understand that S.N. Tagore came from a very, very illustrious family. All of you, see here. S.N. Tagore. All of you, you studied his father in socio-religious reform movement. Devendranath Tagore. You remember he was heading the Brahmo Sabha after the death of your Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So he was also a very big person. And even his father, Prince Dwarkanath Tagore, was a big, big man. So Thakurs were one of the most prominent family of India and Bengal in those days. So they could afford, they could stay in London for years and years, prepare for this exam, and then give it later. Everyone, am I clear about this? All of you. Now, hopefully, in the break time, what I said you would have done in the CNA, you would have gone. If you want, you would have registered, and hopefully, you would have commented if you would have gone through the CNA. Let us move to this part. Now, I'll show you everyone. 3 committees. For example, the first one is Atchison Committee on Public Services. When was it appointed? 1886. Now, who was the Governor General at that point of time? Lord Dufferin was the Governor General. Now, what are their major recommendations? Everyone, the first major recommendation that they are making is exam only in England. Exam should only be conducted in England, not in any other place. Other thing they are saying is drop the term, covenanted and uncovenanted. Drop these terms. Rather, use the term Imperial Indian Civil Service and Provincial Civil Service and Subordinate Civil Service. So all of you, they are doing this 3-phase classification where exam of this level would only happen in England, this would happen in India, and this would happen in India. And the last was age from 19 was increased to 23. Everyone, all of you, you can see the 3 big things that they are saying. Number 1, they are saying still conduct the exam only in England. Top positions would be filled only through an exam that is done in England. Of course, the rest too could be done in India. Drop these terms, do not look good. rather bring the word Imperial Indian Civil Service, Provincial Civil Service, Subordinate Civil Service. And the age 19, which was made by Lytton, was now made into 23. They increased the age to 23 at this point of time. They said this would be the age. Now, all of you, just to give you a backdrop, in 1885, Congress had been formed. So you will see that Congress was putting some pressure on the government that please do these things. Everyone, clear about this? All of you, am I clear about this? Ashish, your question is not clear. Now, everyone, please understand. Blue, then red. When 1912, Governor General Harding, major recommendation, they accepted that simultaneous exam should happen in both India and England. Both sides, both types, Dhruv. Now, all of you, this they accepted, and from 1922, it began. From 1922, this was started. Third Governor General Reading, and during his time, in 1924, a Lee Commission is appointed. All of you, what is their major recommendation? They are saying a public service commission should be established. All of you, same recommendation was also done by Government of India Act 1919, that public service commission should be established. All of you, just like today we have na UPSC to conduct the IAS exams, you have the your provincial, like BPSC, Maharashtra Public Service Commission, etc., etc. So based on that, Government of India Act 1935 had formulated a federal public service commission, which later became UPSC and Provincial Public Service Commission. So by the 1935 law, this was created. There were some other recommendations also. For example, they said Secretary of State should continue the recruitments, specifically for the branches like irrigation, forest, engineers. Everyone, we are done with the chapter of civil service. I have not said 2 lines here. One line was, which we will see in moderate chapter, that in 1893, House of Commons had made a recommendation that exams be done both in England and India. Resolution was not accepted, and one line I have left regarding the Montagu-Chelmsford recommendations. Apart from that, everything is done. You have a minute. Please ask me any question that you people have with regards to your civil service chapter. Aditya, they had also recommended that this commission should be appointed. Shargun, when did you send it? Lakshmi, from 1922. Ghulam Mustafa, but very small. Neil, this was 19, na? Lytton had reduced it to 19, you can see. Now it has been increased to 23. Even till the age of 23, you can give the exam. No, Gaurav, not that. Guys, just like today you have now IPS, IFS, IRS, those days you used to have irrigation branch, forest branch, engineer branch. Lee Commission, they are saying, Bemi, that Secretary of State should appoint these officers because Secretary of State under him only civil services used to come. Shargun, if you have the time, you can read that. That is completely up to you. If you have the time, read it. Yeah, I have clearly written 1886. No, Tanveer, that they have to show now. No, Gaurav. No, no, no. GOI Act 1935 is totally independent of everything. Absolutely not related to that. Rishan, the times are changing. You cannot expect 1880 of British to be similar to 1940 of British. Good, Shargun. Please attend. Those who are giving the attempt in 2025, you should start reading newspaper from here onwards. Start reading the newspaper. Binamuni, how much do you want? In 1 hour, we are covering that much topic. Can we cover more? That day, whole day we'll do, still the newspaper would not be complete. Make small notes, Faza. Use the PPT. Binamuni, some things you will have to do on your own also. If you think any other important topic, do it on your own. Dhruv, that's not in my capacity. Yes, I'm covering almost 10 topics every day in CNA. Vaghela, yes. Everyone, for 5 minutes. No, Ghulam Mustafa. I have classes in Delhi from this Monday onwards, but I'm not sure, farmer protest and all that is happening. I'm not sure how the classes will be going on. That's the problem. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. All of you, 29th topic. Everyone, can you see this? All of you, can you see what we have written here? What I have written? Is this clear? All the laws that we have to study under the 29th topic are mentioned here. Now, all of you, today we will study only till here. Constitution chapter, we will study only till here. Now, you will say, where are we going to study the rest of the topics? This we will study in 1857 revolt chapter. These two we will study in moderate chapter. This we will study when we are doing extremists chapter. This we shall study when we are doing arrival of Gandhi chapter. 58 is written to Ankur. And this we shall study, after CDM chapter. Now, all of you tell me one more thing. Did we study these in economy chapter or not? Everyone, did we study this in economy chapter or not? Civil disobedience movement, Narmata. So guys, let me tell you, this gave PYQ 2023. As far as 1853 is concerned, this is going to give us, this is very, very important for this chapter. Last but not the least, guys, these two are very, very important. Rest two you can see are simply amendment. So hardly there would be 1 or 2 points in amendment. So everyone, can you see here? Today, whatever we are going to study in the next 1 hour, because these are going to be studied by us separately. Whatever we are going to study today, out of that, what is important? Maximum done. Nothing else. This chapter can come both in pre as well as mains. More in pre, but can come in mains also. Each one of you, am I clear? All of you, this much is clear or not? Okay, let us begin with the first topic, that is Regulating Act. No, that we'll see Kambapati at the last, when we are just about to get independence, because that is nothing but Mountbatten Plan, passed as an act. So that's not that, problematic for us. All of you taking my 11th page. Now, everyone, for 10 minutes, do nothing but look at the things that I'm telling you. My first topic. Now, all of you tell me, what do you mean by regulating? What is the meaning of the word regulating? Guys, it means supervising. Can I be correct? Am I correct, guys? that you are trying to supervise someone, regulate someone. And many times you people are preparing and some teacher is supervising your work. So all of you, clearly, this is an act which is brought by British Parliament. All of you, why is this brought? To overhaul the management of the EIC. Now guys, why is there a need to overhaul? Everyone, see here. Tell me everyone, how is it possible that company is having almost a situation of bankruptcy, whereas the company's servants, they are flourishing? All of you, how is this possible that company is not doing good, but Rohit Kumar is doing very good? Servants are flourishing. How is that possible? Clearly, this is because of corruption. This is because of nepotism. Everyone, keep on telling me, are you understanding or not? This is a very interesting chapter, but if you do not understand, you will have to mug up the things, and that I don't want. Guys, this all is because of mismanagement. I'm clear till here? All of you, clear till here? What part, Bidamuni? Now everyone, not here, not here. Remove it, remove it, remove it. Now everyone tell me, is EIC important or not? All of you, is East India Company important or not? Very, very important. Because guys, we have studied to the east of Cape, EIC has a monopoly. Everyone, we studied it now, that EIC has a monopoly, plus has got some very, very strong and influential people as their shareholders. Everyone, is this clear or not? Till this point, are we clear or not? That company has to be preserved, has to be protected. There is one more point, everyone. EIC has taken a lot of loan from government plus Bank of England, which they are unable to pay. Now, all of you see here, one of the reasons why they are unable to pay is because their tea trade is having a lot of losses. Now, some people would say, why are there losses in tea trade? The reason for this is that in America, people are not buying British tea, but rather they are buying Dutch tea, which is basically smuggled. So everyone, do you get this point or not? All of you, are you getting this point or not? that here in America there is a lot of losses that are happening for the British. Of course, guys, those who know, you would study this in your which chapter? World history, American Revolution, Boston Tea Party, all that you will study over there. So everyone, I'm repeating for once for everyone. Why is this law brought? To supervise the work of EIC. Law brought by British Parliament. They will overhaul, change the way EIC is run. What is the problem in EIC? They are having a lot of losses, companies becoming bankrupt, all this because of corruption, nepotism, mismanagement. So at this moment, EIC has given or has taken a loan from the government as well as Bank of England, and they have been unable to repay this, mainly because of the losses that they are having in America, because they are consuming the Dutch tea which is smuggled over there and not consuming the British tea. So guys, because of all this, Lord North's government has brought this EIC. All of you, will I be correct to say that ultimately this is the first step to the eventual government control of India? All of you, can I say this? Ultimately, all of you see, from regulating act only the things are moving like this. But the first step is this only, na? Did we have any law before this? Think about this. Did we have any law before this? No. This is the first law. Then again, Pitt's India Act will come. That will also be there to supervise only. Same objective. So everyone, am I clear if I'm saying this is the first step of ultimate British control? Aditya, question is not clear. Okay. No, Raj, all of you, those who are not understanding why EIC is important, please understand, guys, EIC has a monopoly over Indian trade. Plus, EIC is managing a very big army. All of you remember, by 1773, they already have Bengal plus Carnatic under them. So invariably, if you see here, the British, for them, EIC is very, very important. Am I clear here or not? Because Dhruv, this could not tackle all the problems. That's why the next, he's the Prime Minister, Arumita. Lord North is the Prime Minister here. Nepotism will lead to corruption, na, Rakesh? Think about this, na? Corruption, nepotism, all these mismanagements, they are the reasons. Now, everyone, if the law has come, there would be some provisions. Number one, Governor of Bengal was now made Governor General of Bengal. So, guys, under this, what was the name? Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of Bengal. Everyone, is this first point clear? Governor of Bengal has become the Governor General of Bengal. Number 2, he is having an executive council of 4 members. It's position only, nomenclature difference, Anushka. Everyone. So now GG plus 4. So everyone, please understand, one big problem of this was that if these 4 people vote on one side and Governor General on other side, or if 3 people vote this side and Governor General plus 1 this side, who will win? Who will win? Problem is those who are writing Governor General. The problem is that means Governor General's vote only in this situation could do anything. Everyone, are you getting my point? Only when there is a deadlock, Governor General had the casting vote. Only when there is a tie, Governor General can vote. Otherwise, his vote is meaningless. Everyone, are you getting one problem of this? All of you, are you clearing one point? Okay, thank you. Third, Bengal, under them now came Madras and Bombay. Remember, till now, always Madras and Bombay used to be independent. But now, they will be, I would bring it, they will be under Bengal's control. G Sony, any decision, voting would be done. Any decision, voting will be there. Now, everyone, tell me, does it not look like Bengal is center and Madras and Bombay are the provinces? All of you, just like today, what happens? Delhi is the center, all others are states. So can I say, everyone, can I say that this led the foundation of centralized administration, or what you call unitary type of government? Can I say this or not? Everyone, all of you, center, rest are provinces, one center, in this case Bengal, and rest are your provinces. No, all of you, Mr. Ranjan has one doubt. Ranjan is asking that, sir, if company was having so many issues, why did the government not take it over? Anyone, can you answer this? If the company was having so many issues, why was the company not basically being acquired by the government? Anyone? All of you, I'll give you a hint. See here. Everyone, see this. Can you see this point? Very, very influential shareholders were there in the company. Now, all of you tell me, will the influential shareholders allow the company to be totally going under the British government? Will they allow? Some control, they also know government will take because you owe money to the government. They also understand, yes, government will interfere. But do you think they will allow the whole company, even queen, king, they were shareholders in this company? So they would have never ever allowed this thing. Now, everyone, fourth provision. A Supreme Court was established in Fort William. Again, Chief Justice and 3 judges. All of you, do not confuse it with the Supreme Court that we have today. That is totally a different court. In Calcutta, Fort William is in Calcutta. In Calcutta, they have established a Supreme Court. And this court is basically now going to look after all this. Now, those who have studied polity slightly also, guys, there are some types of judgment. Original, appellate. Yeah, Faiza, it's a fort. All of you, do you understand original and appellate? Everyone, which article of the Constitution presently? Appellate means you can appeal. Article 131, absolutely. Guys, original is one which originates in the highest court. Appellate is one which goes from lower courts and goes up. For example, if I give you present day example, you go in the district court, you are not happy, you go to the high court, you are not happy, you go to the Supreme Court. Similarly, original can be directly taken up in this court. Remember, guys, these judges were British judges. They had come from Britain to administer here, which will start from there only, indirectly taken by the Supreme Court. Anushka, in polity, you will study this. Everyone, look at these points. Are they clear to you or not? Yeah, those are not that important, but if you want, I can tell you guys. For example, they mentioned dividend would be limited to 6% until loans are repaid. Another point, they said court of directors, their term would be 4 years fixed. No, Anushka, that's not the original case. If I'm not incorrect, the Ramlalla proceedings had started from Faizabad district court, then it had gone to the High Court, where High Court had earlier given a judgment that the land should be divided into 3 parts, and then it went to the Supreme Court where the final judgment had happened. Impey, Binamoni, I think the name of the first Chief Justice was Impey. You can check, just Google it. Google it, because, you know, that's the thing. Yeah, Impey. Kambapati is saying Impey. Impey, Impey. See, all of you, trust me one thing. It's very tough to remember all the facts. So try to remember those things which you can remember. All of you, am I clear with the Regulating Act? Guys, dividend means, Prithvi, for example, I'll tell you. Let's say your, what do you call this? Let's say take example of a company, Tata Motors. They made a profit of 1,000 crores. Now 1,000 crore, they can distribute amongst their shareholders, but obviously they'll keep something for their future. But they might decide, okay, we are distributing 10%, that is 100 crores amongst our shareholders. So here also they said that you can give your shareholders some money, but that is limited to 6%. You cannot go beyond that till the time you have not paid your loans. Everyone, is it clear now? All of you. Is it important? No, I told you. Guys, they clarified only 2 points. Number one, they said, let us define the Supreme Court jurisdiction. That is, apply the personal laws of the defendant. Kennedy, I saw you had joined way earlier, before the break only. All of you, personal laws. For example, if there is a Muslim person, Sharia laws would be applicable on him. Other than that, they said, all of you, what is this page number 12th? Other than that, they said servants of the EIC are immune if they did anything while discharging their duties. All of you, are you understanding this point? Let's say I am a police officer. While regulating the crowd, I was ordered to shoot and I killed 4 people. I'm immune. Why I'm immune? Because I did this while I was doing my work. Nothing else. Forget this now. All of you, what is the third act now? Pitt's India Act 1784. Please remember why it is named like this, because William Pitt the Younger is basically your Prime Minister of Britain. William Pitt the Younger is the Prime Minister at this point of time, so it is named after him. All of you, what is the purpose of this? Same previous one. Supervise. Previous law had certain issues, so they brought another law in 84. One of the first thing that they said was Executive Council from 4 it will become 3. So Governor General plus 3. Everyone, is the problem resolved now? If it is Governor General plus 3, is the problem resolved now? No, because even if now Governor General and 3 on the other side, who will win? The other side. So the problem is not yet resolved. That is one thing that you have to keep in mind. Problem is yet not resolved. But this is the most important law. Some people say it is basically the stepping stone of British Empire in India. This, from here onwards, their rule is going to be slowly and slowly going to come over our country. Now, everyone, few facts first of all. All of you, Madras and Bombay used to have the governor. Now, these governors also would have councils. So, Madras and Bombay had the governors. So, here also you would have the councils. Similarly, companies' territories were now called British possession in India. The territories that the British had, they have started calling it British possessions. Now, everyone, the next point that I am telling you is the most important point here. Please see here. The commercial and the political functions of the company were divided. Aman, you cannot compare that. They both were bad. Everyone, please understand, EIC's commercial and political work was divided. So, for commercial work, they said that it would be managed by court of directors. Whereas for political work, they said we are appointing a board of control. So, everyone, can you see dual control or dual government? Each one of you, two bodies. One body will be called court of directors, who will manage all the commercial work. No, Dhruv, he will come much later. Another body will be managing the political work. They would be the board of control. So, for example, this was created, appointed by this law, having Chancellor of Exchequer. Chancellor of Exchequer is basically your, what do you call it? Just like our finance minister. Similarly, Secretary of State, 4 members who would be appointed by the Crown. And guys, they will manage all the civil, military, and revenue affairs. Everyone, till here, any doubt? Any point which you don't understand? Exchequer, Priyanshu, we studied this in Drain of Wealth also. Treasury. Four members to be appointed by Crown. Tanveer, we studied na Executive Council had 4 members in Regulating Act. Their number was reduced to 3 now. Devansh, still they will help the Governor General. They would together take all the decisions. Secretary of State is like Home Minister, Ravi. Commercial means business related work. Motam. No, this board became very, very powerful. Please understand. Now you are writing any dispatch, it has to be approved by board. From here onwards, no, Syed, you can see now clearly Crown is taking powers in their own hand. That's why I said stepping stone for British Empire rule in India. They are taking slowly and slowly the powers from East India Company. So, for example, I'll write here. Let me. Governor General had greater power with regards to war, revenue, diplomacy. King or the Queen, Dhruv, dispatch of any letter, Priyanshu, all the territories of companies will be now called British possession. Means they are the possession of Crown. Manpreet, dual form. One, two. Two bodies are taking care of India's rule. Am I clear? All of you. This company is very, very powerful. Vinod, what did they take? Question, write the full question. How would I understand what you are thinking? Whoever would be the finance minister, Anushka. 1953 dual what? I have no idea what you are asking. Manpreet, I have no idea what is 1953 that you 1853 that you are saying. Kambapati, please understand, EIC is a company which is a British company. If the others are doing, they cannot protest after a certain extent. Yes, Hastings is the Governor General, Binamoni. Yes, Aditya. Last point, guys. Yes, Manpreet, you can say. Guys, they said there will be a general prohibition with regards to wars and treaties which they usually breached often. They would keep on breaching it. Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of Britain. Governor General is only for India. Think about this, G. Soni. And here in this case, Governor General is only for Bengal, not also for India right now. So think about this. I hope you are understanding this point. Dalhousie Dhruv. Everyone. Is it important? Everyone, is this important? No. Please understand. The new Governor General is Cornwallis. Guys, Cornwallis said that, see, I want to override my council. I am ready to take responsibility of the decision. Everyone, please understand. Cornwallis, who is the Governor General, is saying that, see, I am this side, the three are this side, they win. Give me the power. If I want, I can override the decision of my council. So, as an exception, This law was formed only to give this power to Cornwallis. Though, guys, you will see later this provision was extended to all governor generals. This is just in the next one, Charter Act of 1793. You will see this would be given to everyone from here onwards. Hopefully, guys, 12, 13, 14, 4 laws are done, the 2 amendments and the Pitt's India Acts. Everyone, Manpreet, what 1833? All of you, are the 4 amendments or regulating and the Pitt's India, the 4 laws clear? Everyone, is still this much clear to you? So the next is Charter Act of 1793. All of you, one point is important. I told you just now, all governor generals get the power to override their councils. Everyone, just now I wrote now, this time this was an exception for Cornwallis. From here onwards, every governor general gets this part. Am I clear? Everyone. Number 2, again passed by the Parliament of Britain. Remember, no major change. Guys, why no major change? Because in the previous 2 decades, 2 important laws had already been passed. So no major change was done at this point of time. Now, everyone, I will show you one slide. No, it's not here. Leave it. Okay, no issues. Guys, those who have studied economic history chapter would remember that under this act now, for 20 more years, this charter was going to be there. Salary was charged to EIC. For example, salary of Board of Control. Similarly, guys, this is drain of wealth. Governor General given more power, extensive power over their subordinate presidencies. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Kambapati. I made a mistake. Guys, just give me a second. I wrote something wrong here. Later, this responsibility, Cornwallis, override, exception. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kambapati. So basically, under this, for 20 years, this was passed. Salary of Board of Control was now on EIC. And last point was Governor General was given extensive power over the presidencies. So without his permission, senior members could not even go outside India. And the last thing that you should remember is, guys, royal approval, that is, the approval should come from the Queen for appointment of Commander-in-Chief, Governor General, Governor. All these positions I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. All these, Brutika, Bengal had the power over Madras and Bombay. Yeah, just coughing. All of you, am I clear with Charter Act 1793? Everyone. CIC means Commander-in-Chief. CIC means Commander-in-Chief. Yes, Binamuni, that's what I'm showing you. Now, the Queen is slowly and slowly becoming much more powerful. Lakshmi, what after that? CIC, Governor General, Governor. Abdullah, I did not get your point. All of you, just give me 1 second. Everyone, tell me, everyone, this Charter Act, is it important charter or not? Is it important charter or not? Very important, but then from the point of view of economy, not from the point of view of your what? Polity, which we are covering in this chapter. So all of you, just give me a second. At this point, I will stop today's session. Have patience for a minute. It is 7:49. Have the patience. Tomorrow we will start from the second chapter. We will start from second chapter tomorrow. We will complete this and move into the next chapter. In the meantime, all of you, I had brought one book for you people. Any guess? Yes, Vabavi. Any guess? Now, it's very tough to guess, guys. But how many of you have seen this book? No, I have not brought the PYQ book. Dinesh, something wrong. Yesterday, I showed you. Era of Darkness. Heard about this? Aditya, their tenure was fixed for 4 years. How many of you have read it? How many of you have read this book? Guys, personally, no, it's not about the Harappan phase. It's about the British. How did they loot us? In their 190 years, all the things that they have done is only looting us. It's a book written by Shashi Tharoor. Very, very good book. In fact, the first chapter only is the looting of India. Then in the second chapter, he talks about, first chapter is totally about economic history. If you will ever study the first chapter, guys, in this, Shashi Tharoor writes about what Clive has done, what has happened in Palasi, permanent settlement, shipbuilding, how did they steal the Indian steel, how India missed the Industrial Revolution. So if you people read the first chapter, you can write some very good answers on economic history. Chapter number 2, the big thing we say now, British gave us the political unity. So Shashi Tharoor is questioning that did they actually give it to us or not? Third, of course, British are very proud of the fact that they brought democracy, they brought the press, parliamentary system, rule of law in India. All this is talked about here. So there are around 8 chapters in this book. around 300 pages of book, but this is a marvelous book. This is a very, very excellent book on the contemporary British rule. Faza, send me the link. I'll also see that. Okay. Now, everyone, for the book's name is Era of Darkness. All of you, those who are still in the class, listen to me very carefully. Thank you for being there throughout the 3 hours. I know it is tough for you people also, but then I hope you are enjoying the lectures. If you are having any doubts, you have my mail ID. Please, write the mails to me, ask your doubts, clarify your doubts so that you do not keep any doubts. Last 8 minutes for your questions. I will take up your queries. If you like the class, please do give the ratings. That become very, very important for us, so that I take care of my health. But see, the voice I take in the morning, the CNA. How many of you attended my CNA in the morning? So those who would have attended my CNA, in the morning also I'm taking, in the evening also I'm taking. That's why it is becoming a bit tough. Do attend it later. Do comment. Do like all that. Krishna, this was in a different module. 10 a.m. Manpreet. No, Sundar, don't buy all the books. I'm not saying. Dilip, I had arranged that thing. I had arranged for you the call from the mentor. Thank you, Ankur. Thank you, Ankit. Mridul, write a mail. Which mock test are you asking? G Sony, thank you. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you, Akshay. Guys, you can take this book. Era of Darkness is a very good book. Can we get questions on tomorrow? Lakshmi, I did not get this question. Thank you, Ghulam Mustafa. Mridul, 3 tests are pending. Rest of them are uploaded. Devansh, thanks. Mutam, thank you. Bijo, thank you. Lakshmi, please write. I'll have to check. Gaurav, IS Live. Aditi, Shashi Tharoor. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Simran. Thank you, Manpreet. Manpreet, do it on the weekend, na? Dinesh, it depends on how much time do you have. Mridul, write the mail. I will send you the location. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Rajib. Yes, Lakshmi, it has come. Dilip, you should have told them that you please call me after the class. Anyways, if you have not picked, they will try 3 times. Thank you, Venkatesh. No, if you have not completed the syllabus, yet you want to do, you can. Charter Act slide is there, Dharmata. Dhruv Bihar. Ravi, I'm not sure what you are asking. Thank you, Lakshmi. Gaurav, I said IS Live. Thank you, Tanveer. Thank you, Vishant. Thank you, Banu. Manpreet, if it helps you, why not? No, Mridul, not everyone. Great, Faza. Thank you. Thank you, Gambapati. Dinesh, if you have just started, try to complete whatever you are studying right now. No, there were 2 Secretary of States. One will come after the 1857 revolt also. We'll start doing that tomorrow only. Vritika, it will take some time. It will be uploaded. Next week, history should be done. In the first half of next week, it would be done. Dhruv, please post it in or keep a dictionary. Look at the word there and there itself. Show Charter Act in slide page, not in annotations. Now, I cannot make everyone happy. That's the problem. See here. See this. Gaurav, tomorrow we will study that point. Thank you, Ravi. 4 minutes you have. Gaurav, I said many a times, why are you asking the same thing? IS Live. It depends, Ghulam Mustafa. It depends how much time do I have. No, Mridul. One goes, another one is coming. We have already shortlisted and they are already on board. They will be taking your new batch classes. So that's not a problem. bigger names, in fact, I would say, than compared to both your economics as well as geography faculties. 93, Narmata. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Arumita. Mridul, have patience now. I cannot name them. From 12th March, their classes are going to begin. They will be there. You can see them, and we are trying to bring them for the CNAs also. So most probably from 1st March, you would see them. I wrote 1943. Where did I write 1943? Let me see. It's 1743. Where is 19? Thank you, Ghulam Mustafa. Dhruv, I used to take, in my previous institutes, I used to teach IR. I have taught IR here also. In 2017, 18, 19, I used to teach IR. In my previous institutes, I have taught internal security also. In some places, in 2014, I have taught polity also. Geography was my optional. So I remember in 15, 16, I have taught the entire geography portions also in 2, 3 institutes. So it depends, now you get to teach only one thing. That's the thing. Lakshmi, I'll see that. After the class, I'll go through it. No, it's 93 only, that just one. See. Goodbye, Dhruv. Anyone still in the class? Anyone still having any doubt? Thank you, Bemi. Those who are not here, please move. Keep on moving. Thank you, Narmata. Thank you, Suman. Pritika, it will also be done. That will also be done. That's already recorded. It has to be edited and then it will be put. Thank you, Ritika. No issues, Ritika. It's your. I understand. You should ask. You should definitely ask. Anyone still there in the class? Otherwise, I'll wrap the session. I'll close the session. Hopefully, nobody is there. Hopefully, no one else is still in the class so that I can wrap up the session. Dinesh, write the mail. I'll ensure you get that. What is your optional? Sociology webinars are happening now. This Saturday also there is a webinar. Write a mail, I'll get it done. Thank you, Dinesh. Okay, everyone, I hope I have clarified everyone's doubt. I don't think there is anyone else in the class. And we'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, okay.